What's going on, Madden fans? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about some things that can actually affect our gameplay experience coming into Madden 20. Now, this is the major thing that's going on right now. They've released how they're going to adjust a lot of the things that are going to be going on in the game, which is going to make it, in my opinion, probably one of the best Maddens we've had in a very long time. I don't know if it'll top 25, which is one of my faves, but again, with the way that they're putting all their eggs in the basket of making the game more realistic and making stars unique and making the other players just players, I think that that's going to solve a lot of the problems. You guys are probably looking at the title and saying, what do I mean about backfire? This is what could happen, right? Say, for instance, they actually do what they say they're going to do. Say Julio Jones, he plays like Julio Jones. Say, pretty much when you get those higher elite cards, they play like that. And it's a completely different atmosphere than we've come from in Madden 19. What do you think EA possibly could do? And this is what a lot of you guys have been asking about. Some of you guys have just still been like really steadfast with the fact like, yo, Gmia, they're gonna patch the game. It don't matter what you saying, bro. They're gonna ruin this. And I gotta believe that over the last 4 years of us, explaining certain things about it, leaving feedback, letting them know that it doesn't make any sense what's going on, and just with the actual release of the beta, they may have learned that this is something that they should leave alone as far as gameplay goes and just tweak individual player stats to make them play like actual players. Now, if people complain too much, which is what a lot of you guys have asked, I've had like over 100 people ask me, Gmia, if everybody keeps complaining, isn't EA going to be, forced to change the game and make it play a different type of way? Let's talk about that right now. I'm going to go right now into one of the basic things that they gave us, one of the regular general solos that they gave us, and we're going to talk about it with the actual gameplay as we figure out the way that this works. So let's go to like a player spotlight and let's see what's going on, because in all honesty, guys, you really didn't need to do any of these because they didn't give you anything free at the end. It was just like coins or something like that. I went through everything. For those of you guys that are new to the channel, what I do is anything that you guys can get for free, I go through it, I show you what you should be doing, I suggest certain things, and if you want to roll with it, you roll with it. If you don't, you don't. But because it's so late in the year, I don't really recommend everybody doing all these unnecessary solos. But for the purposes of what the gameplay is right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play some of these things right now and get it over with. But this is the situation. With the way the pass rush is, with the way the players move, with everything that's going on, and what we have to look forward to in Madden 20, it would literally make no sense for them to change anything about it. But I understand a lot of you guys, what you guys are fearing. Like, because we've been through so much over the last 4 or 5 years, it's human instinct. It's like these guys been doing the same thing. Why are they going to change it? Let me explain to you why it's in their best interest not to change it. In Madden 19, arguably, it was probably one of the worst years, like just realistically looking at the game and everything that happened during the game, which I think that they want to go away from. They don't want any kind of remnants of anything that was happening at that time or whatever. They just want to, they want to use all the information that they got from playing, from playthroughs and everything and all the feedback and just make a much better game. I really believe that, because that is the only logical way that we can actually say, you know what? Yo, the game was actually good. Because a lot of you guys, the reasoning behind why you're still doubting what I'm saying is because you're actively playing Madden 19 and you're actively still angry. Most of you guys, like you tell me in the comments, you haven't actually played the beta, so you can't really give that feedback. You can't really say, you know what, it's going to be the same thing. This is what it is. Everything is all, EA is just giving us that beta and then they're going to change everything back. They're going to patch it. I just don't see how they can logically do that. All right. Regardless of what the game is, I don't see, even with everybody complaining, because remember, now everybody can actually win. If you're a person that, you go out there, you buy ebooks and stuff like that, it might make sense for you to do that now if you just want to get better. Remember, over the last 4 or 5 years, all you have to do was watch any of these players that were competing and you knew what the meta was. And everything was the same. Most players did exactly the same thing. If you were using a running back, everybody was using pretty much the same running back in salary cap and stuff like that. Now it's different. Now you're going to see, like, if you go out with Alvin Kamara is going to be so much different than Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is going to be different from Zeke Elliott. So all of the things that you're going to be able to do and the cards that you're going to utilize, they're going to be completely different. So with that aspect of the game, you have to understand what some of you guys are suggesting. You're suggesting that EA is going to throw all of that away because of complaints. Now, some of you guys bring up a great example, Madden 16. Okay, that patch, in my opinion, is what destroyed the actual surface of the gaming. You know, pretty much for like forever. Like it really changed the way that Madden was with their first patch, because the game itself, upon release, was fine, in my opinion. So if you guys go all the way back to that, you're not really doing yourself any justice, because the game has changed so much since then. Now, even if you go from 16 to 17 with the swerve, and then the 18 they took away the swerve, but you're still able to high point rat catch, and then 19 is just a nightmare on Elm Street. You can have anger for all of them, but when you play the beta and you see what's actually coming, it doesn't seem to make much sense that they would in any way, shape, or form change what's actually going to happen in Madden 20. Now, if you were one of the people that had an issue with the pass rush, because some of you guys came in and you guys were having conversation with other viewers and you're like, yo, the pass rush is crazy, and then another viewer would say, no, you're garbage, and then you guys would go back and forth. Pretty much what happens with this, the whole pass rush scenario, it's fine the way that it is, and you guys are gonna have to learn, what does ID the mic do? Okay, some of you guys actually have questions about Aaron Donald. Can you ID Aaron Donald? Yeah, you can ID anyone, pretty much in the box. You could just ID any one of them. Sometimes in this Madden, there's a lot of secrets to ID in specific people. There were a lot of people were saying, Gmia, I played the beta, and when I was running head to head, dudes were coming out of nickel blitz, and I was getting sacked every snap. That's nobody's fault but yours. Like, you should not be getting sacked every snap, but that's something that you're choosing to do because you have the ability to now come to the line. They took out all that other stuff when you walk into the line. You can actually see everything from your opponent's, the formation and everything before you even click the button of your play. Like, bruh, it's right there for you. Like, they made it so that it's so easy and seamless to see what's going on. There really is no excuse for you not to be able to do the right pass protection, to have the right guy in motion, to move your running back from the right to the left, or vice versa. There's so many different things that I was looking through the feedback that you guys were leaving both on the beta EA.com site and what you're leaving in my comment section, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, what do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, if you look at it for what it is, if you just look at everything for what it is and try to understand exactly what's going on, it doesn't really make much sense for anyone to suggest that EA would then change the game back to anything that we're coming from. You see what I'm saying? Because look, we can break down every single aspect of what I'm talking about right now. Number one, the run game. A lot of you guys are like, yo, Gmia, is the run game the same? What are they doing? Is one cut still there? They should leave one cut. I don't really care about one cut. I want my player to move like my player. That's it. And like I said, for every running back that I used, it was all different. Each of them played completely different. And then when I went to franchise and played with everyone, I was like, yo, this game is absolutely amazing. I was like, yo, bro, like, I couldn't believe what I was saying about Madden, and I had to back up a little bit. Like, yo, what am I talking about? Am I going crazy? Like, that's how the game was. It was like really, it was eye-opening better. So looking at it from that aspect, I was able to appreciate a lot of the new additions to it. Now, when you look at the fact that the run game is so different, most of you guys are like, yo, it's going to be OP, it's going to be this. Do you guys remember in Madden 18 where you were able to do, like, you could spin move 19 people? You can still do it right now in this game. It's a little bit OP, but do you guys remember exactly what was going on? It was a very, very unusual circumstance with the way the game played. And with the way that everything happened, everybody was just doing the same exact thing. Like, it's been a long time coming for a Madden that we're going to actually have uniqueness. If we're being honest about it, like, we're going to have a Madden where people are going to be able to say, all right, you know what? If I run with this team, or if I run with my MUT team like this, he won't be able to do this. You see what I'm saying? Like, you won't be able to do anything that you want. That's what my issue is with it. And that's, ultimately, as we go forward with it, those are the things that we're going to have to look at and try to make sure that EA Sports maintains it. Because everything else doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they patch the game to make the pass rush slower, in my opinion, I think that the game is pretty much done. Because you've already conceded that, the bums are going to run what's going on. Because it's no way that you can be a decent Madden player and be like, yo, bro, they got to tune the pass rush. At all. Because it actually... If you set up your O-line to block with whatever anybody else was doing, because yeah, I agree with a lot of you. A lot of people were running nickel blitz. A lot of people were trying to mimic the 3-3-5 normal, which didn't work the same. Because like right now it's like extra block shedding or whatever. But if you can ID a lineman, like if you make sure that you know a guy coming out 3-3-5 normal and he thinks it's sweet, and you just ID a lineman or you do certain things, they don't get the sheds. You know, and it's similar to this game too. Like if you because it's annoying to do it every play. A lot of you guys just don't do it, but you can really stop them from doing the 3-man shed in nickel normal. But sometimes we just, you know, we're just like, yo, bro, it's like, it's June, dog. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna hike the ball and just throw it. That's what typically happens. You just get annoyed with the fact that they're doing it. But that doesn't mean that you can't stop it even right now. But what I did notice, a lot of people that were playing like it was 19, they were losing very, very quickly and rage quitting. Okay? So with that being said, it's so much differences with the way the game actually plays, the way the attributes matter and stuff like that. It would be highly unlikely. Like, you see like how that guy is running so fast and almost tackled me, and that's Deion Sanders, and it makes absolutely no sense. Those type of things no longer happen. So when you analyze that whole situation, none of it, like everything that everybody is really thinking is going to happen, it's all just like everybody's feedback is based off of the previous years of EA doing whatever they wanted. And then we have to wait to see if they're going to patch it, and, you know, all these things are going to change. But I really, like I said, guys, when the game is released and we start going over everything that's going on with all the changes, and I can point it out to you, and there's no like limits on showing you stuff, you guys will be able to more fully understand. And that's what's going to be like the first week that I have the game, just explaining to you guys what exactly is going on. Why did I feel this way? These are the things that I saw, you know, in the beta. And I really believe that most of you guys that are saying that, oh, bro, I'm done with Madden, I really believe you guys are going to end up buying it. And I think you're going to end up enjoying it as well. Like, it's going to be a whole different type of scenario, because when you're able to actually see the way that the players move and all the stuff that goes on, I think you're going to enjoy it. And that's pretty much it. So as far as the backfire goes, and, you know, EA listening to the wrong person, I really don't think they're going to jeopardize everything that they put into the game to make it different for that to happen. And I think what it's going to do ultimately is make people have to play and utilize their schemes better. Like, you're not going to be able to just come out and do whatever you want. And I think for the most part, that's what's really scaring people. They're not going to be able to do whatever they want. Why did everybody just stop moving? I don't know what that is. See, like, stuff like that is just wild. But Deion Sanders, you ain't going to catch him now? Well, all right, I guess that's more like thing there. That was wild. Like, he threw the ball directly into coverage. And that was pretty much a wrap. And Tyreek Hill's pretty excited, too, about it. Like, all right, yo, bro, listen, whatever. That's what it's all about. Are they going to show a replay of it? Let me see what happened, EA. EA, show me what happened. Look. Okay, so he's right there, and then he just stands there, and then he does the whole animation of breaking off. Okay. All right, so, bro, sounds good to me. Like, I can't be mad at stuff like that. Now, okay, that's a great example, because you can see the previous solo that we played was arcade, and this is competitive mode, right? So some of you guys might be like, yeah, you see, they're going to have fluke in the game. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. It doesn't matter what video game you play, there's always going to be some kind of flukiness. What my point is that it's going, not only is it going to be a lot less fluke, but you're going to have skill involved. Like, if you don't have skill involved and you're doing whatever you want, you're not going to succeed. Like, it's just not going to work for you. You're not going to be able to do whatever you want. That's the key thing that you have to understand. So regardless of what somebody gets away with, I can tell you this, based on the way the beta played, if you play somebody that's not better than you, like skill-wise, even if you go down and you make a mistake, like, you know, you throw a pick six or whatever like that, you remember like how, for those of you guys that played like Madden 25, if you made a mistake early, it didn't matter because you're going to lock up. Like, that's what's going to happen. You're not going to have issues with any of the stuff that's pretty much going on. You're going to be able to still do whatever you want as far as making reads and doing different things that they're going to have to defend. As far as the way that the game actually maneuvers around, as far as like, you know, the defenses, the zone plays and all that stuff like that, I will tell you this as well. You're not going to be able to get away with just running a base cover 2 anymore. Because the players, like, you see like how dudes fly across the field and do all that stuff? Yes, they do run, but they weren't getting speed burst. Because like there was a glitch in 19 when you clicked onto any safety position or any corner, they would easily just like speed burst to the you know, to the other areas and go from there. Like they would be able to get that, but like the middle linebackers, if you clicked on late, they wouldn't get that speed burst. All that stuff is done. The beta didn't have any of that stuff going on. So it would make no sense realistically for them to then add it back into the game. That makes literally no sense. So, in my opinion, based on the way that this is going, like he's doing the same thing again. Bro, did I just really? Oh, I strafed up too early. I strafed up too. Yo, bro, that was on me. That was on me. Bro, I couldn't believe he just threw the ball like that. I was just looking like, what? Why is he? Why is the CPU just going 8, bro? Just throwing the ball up in the coverage, like. And then I was strafing too early, so it obviously slowed him down. He's gonna throw a pick right here. Oh, okay, you go for the swat. All right. But anyway, like I was saying, the way that everything plays is completely different. So, again, with the way, could they actually patch the game to make it easier and it doesn't really affect the majority of the people? They could, but more than likely, it's not going to happen like that. More than likely, if they patch the game for gameplay reasons, I think we're going to be back in the same boat. That's the only way that it backfires, though, if they try to adjust the actual parts of the game that make it better. The pass rush, the uniqueness of the quarterbacks. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything is about X factors and superstars. So just think about it. Put the anger out of it for a minute. Like, a lot of you guys just broke your last controller. Like, you guys are still raging. Like, just put yourself in this situation real quick and understand. Like, do you really think that everything that they have with this game, everything that it's based on right now, that they would take the chance to patch it and then ruin it, right? You know, because of a couple dudes complaining about whatever. Does that make any? It doesn't make any sense to me, in my opinion. It just doesn't. So regardless of what you feel about it, I think that ultimately, once you guys play the game, I think you're going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a completely different, atmosphere for you. I think you're going to be able to appreciate a lot of the things that go into it. Like I said, I just think a lot of you guys that are raging about it, you guys are going to actually enjoy it. And then it's going to be like, all right, yo, the guy was right. But nobody's going to ever say that. You see what I'm saying, bro? And I don't care about that. All I want you guys to do is see exactly what I was talking about. Like, once you guys see what I was talking about, and the way that I was showing you, the way the ratings matter and stuff like that, that's all I want. I don't care about anything else after that. If you guys enjoy the game, that's pretty much is good. That's what's going to be, my ultimate thing. Because I don't want you guys to feel in any way that it's like, oh, bro, it's the same exact game and you're just saying it. Nah, bro. Because as soon as EA tries to backdoor us and patch the game and make it wild and savage, just wait and see what happens. It's gonna be like, yo, all right, yo, this is what they did. Now, you guys are gonna have to agree that prior to them doing anything, if they do anything to jeopardize the way the game plays, that I did say that the way the beta played is what I really, really liked, and that they've had 4 or 5 years to realize that there's certain things that they just should leave alone and not patch. If they decide to go back to the old school days, that's gonna be something that, I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't see why they would try to jeopardize any of that. But again, you guys are going to say what you have to say. I'm giving you guys my opinion. It is what it is. We're going to chop it up. The game is going to be here very, very soon. And we'll be able to discuss, specific things. What really changed, what really mattered, and things of that nature. And then we'll be able to figure out what we're going to do with Madden 20. But I think we're going to be in for a very, very fun year. Let me know if you're excited about Madden 20 in the comments. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.